Now, from Indiana's most watched news station, serial robber.
A thief making a living holding up businesses finally gets caught. Why he says he chose Bloomington to find his victims.
Deadly chase.
An SUV full of high school students flips on the highway, killing 2. Tonight, new details on the chase that started it all.
Hit or miss.
The threat of more showers and more thunderstorms as the weekend gets underway. But how will you plan the weekend? We've got the timing of those storms coming up.
School scandal.
A teacher accused of having sex with a student in the classroom. Who's stepping in now to investigate claims the school did not report the abuse? Fox 59 News at 10 starts now. And breaking news right now, a woman is killed while walking in the grass here on the city's west side. And police are telling us tonight the driver took off without stopping to help.
This happened near Minnesota Street and Holt Road this evening. Police say the woman was walking in the grass when a silver SUV left the road and hit her.
Police also tell us she was hit so hard her belongings ended up on the other side of the fence at the National Guard building that was next to the scene. Listen.
Do not think it's an intentional act. Probably a tragic accident. However, because the driver didn't stop, that turns into a criminal incident.
Police say the SUV likely has front-end damage tonight, and witnesses who saw it say that the SUV may be silver. If you know anything about this accident or that SUV or who may have been driving it, you are asked to call police immediately.
More breaking news right now, tonight at 10. This woman you see here, 27-year-old Brianna Wilson, is under arrest for the murder of 28-year-old Maurice Martinez. IMPD officers say Wilson killed Martinez in April. That shooting happened at the Bradford Lake Apartments on the city's south side. No word tonight on what exactly led up to this gunfire. We also have a crime tracker alert for you tonight. After months on the run, a serial armed robber is busted. Bloomington police have arrested 23-year-old DeAndre Williams. They say he confessed to robbing not 1, not 2, but 7 local businesses. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. A lot of news to get to this evening. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Fianchin Stinger. All of those crimes, Dan, happened in Bloomington. That is where we find Fox 59's Lindsay Eaton. She has a much closer look at this crime spree.
This laundromat was just one stop on this armed robber spree. He may have thought he made a clean getaway at the time, but cameras helped detectives track him down.
We were super surprised that we got robbed as a laundromat.
Flip Laundry, a hotel, a pizza restaurant, a liquor store, a donut shop, and a convenience store. Police say the connection between them all is this guy, DeAndre Williams.
It was exactly that, just another one. Another one, they've got to get him somehow.
Back in March, surveillance cameras at this Big Red Liquors in Bloomington captured Williams in the act. Police say he was armed, demanded cash, and when he got it, he took off. This crime was just the latest on his list. Between last October and December, court documents show Williams admitted to 6 other armed robberies.
And we kind of got the idea that he knew what he was doing just by his actions here. He covered his hand exiting the door, so no prints. You know, we could kind of tell that it wasn't driving past the laundromat thinking, I'm gonna hit it.
This pizza axe was hit 2 times in that 2-month spree, and this laundromat wasn't off limits.
She was very shaken up because he was armed when he came in. But she did, you know, what you're supposed to do and just hand over the money and let him go.
Williams told investigators he only got $40 from the laundromat. Manager Dylan Smith says the place never has a lot of cash on hand.
Unless you want to lug around 10,000 pounds of quarters.
Investigators say Williams is from Gary and would rob stores when he was in town visiting his girlfriend. This manager is certain if this guy wasn't stopped, his spree would have continued.
He did it too much and was too successful. So if he hit 5, 10, 20 places around here, why not keep going?
Police believe Williams could be connected to at least 3 other unsolved robberies. In Bloomington, Lindsay Eaton, Fox 59 News.
Lindsay, thank you. A developing story tonight. It appears a high-speed chase may have caused a crash that killed 2 Ben Davis High School students. The crash report just released today shows police talked with a driver who admitted to chasing 5 teens in an SUV, but says he never hit them. Somehow the SUV flipped over on I-70 near downtown Indy. All 5 kids in the car were thrown out. None were wearing their seatbelts. So far, no charges have been filed. The family of Tyler Parsons, one of the students killed, says tonight, we just hope that justice is served and that the driver realizes what his actions have caused being reckless has cost 2 children's lives and changed the lives of many.
So sad. Well, a high-speed chase goes right through Indy and out to the airport, and tonight a man from Ohio is under arrest for causing this. This is the video a Fox 59 viewer actually sent us as that chase neared its end on the west side. The chase started on the near east side when officers say they found 51-year-old Ralph Thompson sleeping in his car. Well, instead of talking to the officers, he took off to I-65 south, got on 465, then headed west on I-70 out to the airport. 3 police cars were hit during this chase. It finally ended when Thompson crashed the stolen car he was driving and was taken down by a canine. No officers were injured. Well, a man is killed in a road rage altercation last November, and tonight this man, Christopher Zinn, is accused of shooting and killing Reginald Hendricks. The shooting happened near the intersection of Michigan and Pine, that is near downtown. Investigators say a fight broke out before those shots were fired.
Scattered thunderstorms today brought heavy downpours and lightning. This weekend we could see more of the same. Here's a look at some of those storms moving through tonight. Let's get right over to your Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist, Brian Wilkes. Hey, Brian.
Dan, good evening. Happy Friday to you and welcome to the weekend. And everyone, we've been stressing all week long that we're going to have big gaps of rain-free hours, and all the new latest data into the Weather Center is even more improved picture for Saturday. We will have the threat of showers and thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday, but the gaps are growing to be larger and longer lived in between showers and thunderstorms. And today was a pretty good example of how you can have a downpour at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and then literally nothing else the rest of the day. That's what's left on the radar tonight, a spotty shower or two. It's going to stay quiet throughout the night. Temperatures are holding in the 60s right now. It's a warm and stuffy night. The humidity levels are pretty high. The front is nearby. There's some fog in the air, but the chances for showers and thunderstorms remain low through at least daybreak Saturday. We'll time out the next round of thunderstorms and how we will get plenty of time out at the track or even outdoors this weekend, plus a big cool-off in the 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Brian. We'll see you in just a little bit. Developing tonight, the state is requesting a special prosecutor to handle a child seduction case involving a former Tipton high school teacher. Bo Engel is accused of having sex with a student dozens of times during the girl's junior year in 2015 and 2016. New court documents filed today show a female student told police she was having sex with Engel and that he divorced his wife to be with her. Engel also admitted to officers he had sex with the student numerous times at his home, his office, and in his classroom. There are also claims that school administrators were told what was going on between Engel and that student, but that they didn't immediately report those accusations to the police. Now, Tipton County Prosecutor Jay Rich says a special prosecutor needs to be appointed to avoid a conflict of interest. Rich's wife works at the Tipton School Corporation. That's why they're appointing a special prosecutor. A Mount Vernon middle school principal accused of waiting to report sexual misconduct in his school may be able to get his charges dropped. Police say Scott Shipley broke the law when he waited to report claims a teacher's aide was having sex with students. Now prosecutors say a diversion agreement has been approved for Shipley. His misdemeanor charge will be dropped if he can go to classes about the importance of reporting misconduct, pay court costs, and stay out of legal trouble for a year.
Also tonight, a Muncie man with a long history of violence is in jail again, accused of beating and strangling his wife. But this time, county prosecutors say they hope a new way of handling domestic violence cases will keep this guy locked away. Fox 59's Trevor Shirley is live in Muncie right now to show us how this new system works. Trevor.
Hey, Fanchin, good evening. In fact, the Delaware County prosecutor here in Muncie was recently quoted as saying the suspect, Donald Green, was the, quote, poster child for this new way of doing things. Last year, the county set up a new domestic violence court. They're hoping this new approach will help them keep violent repeat offenders off the streets. Donald Green has quite a long history with Delaware County authorities.
There's a large number of battery, violent type convictions or charges.
Earlier this week, he was arrested again after authorities say he beat and strangled his wife inside this house on West Howard Street in Muncie. According to court documents, he slapped his wife when she didn't bring home a sandwich from the gas station and then proceeded to strangle her when he learned she'd thrown away his syringes. Chief Deputy Prosecutor Zach Craig says up until last year, cases like this were a challenge to prosecute because victims often disappeared or got scared.
Either they end up back with their abuser or cases take so long to progress that they fall off the map and we just lose contact with them.
In fact, about 50% of domestic violence cases had to be dismissed because of that. Craig says that was often why charges against Green often didn't stick, putting him back on the streets. But in November of 2016, Delaware County launched its new domestic violence court.
From January to May, we've only, out of 122 filings, we've only had to dismiss 3 cases.
That's because they're now putting less of the investigative responsibility on the victims.
They're investigating in a way that we don't necessarily have to have the victims. We're doing an evidence-based investigation to where if we lose contact with the victims, we can still proceed.
He says the process is also faster now, with most cases taking about 90 days to complete.
So hopefully we don't see nearly like what we've seen in this type of situation where someone's been charged over and over and over again and out on the streets when they should be locked up.
And tonight, Green remains in the Delaware County Jail that you see behind me. He's being held on a $15,000 bond. Reporting live in Muncie tonight, I'm Trevor Shirley, Fox 59 News.
Trevor, thank you. Also, a Muncie mother is facing neglect charges tonight after her 2-year-old child was found wandering alone near a bus stop, only wearing a diaper. 19-year-old Brooke Hicks, this woman, told police a relative was supposed to be watching her son and must have left by accident. But then she changed her story and said she's taking the blame.
A member of the Ponds Army gang is having his charges dropped. Jason Simmons was arrested in a sweep that caught 13 people as part of an alleged drug gang. Prosecutors say that gang is responsible for selling heroin to high school students and keeping drugs and guns at an unlicensed daycare. A civilian IMPD employee was fired for helping them.
3 people are facing federal charges tonight for a $1.2 million Amazon scheme. Listen to this. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Aaron Finnan, Lee Finnan, and Daniel Glumak stole and then sold electronics off Amazon. They would say the items were damaged and get a replacement to then sell. They're each charged with mail fraud and also money laundering.
Well, 10 years later, first responders are reunited with a man they helped save. Tonight, that man is now saying thank you in a very special way. We'll show you how he's literally following in their footsteps.
And Kobe Bryant tries to come up with a big assist for a Ben Davis High School class. Wait until you see this. Problem is, the school picked it off. How a teacher's bet turned into a viral moment.
Fox Monday.
Welcome home, Bruce.
You will be judged. A new Gotham, then.
It's an instruction manual. The blade of death, the medallion of life, and the key that binds them all together. And guess who has the key?
I need to search her. Oh, you're being incredibly thorough. I like it.
An all-new Lucifer after a new Gotham. This Monday on Fox. Storms will hit, but you can count on the Weather Authority to stay one step ahead, keeping your family safe with the largest team of meteorologists in central Indiana. You can depend on the Weather Authority at Fox 59.
It's May, and it's time to race into Andy Moore to find your new vehicle. With more than 500 vehicles in stock on our giant lot, you'll find your new car, truck, or SUV at Andy Moore.
Choose a new Buick Encore or a new GMC Terrain, your choice, only $149 a month. Or get a new Buick Envision for only $279 a month.
These deals are going fast, so race in today for your new Buick or GMC.
Only at one of the country's biggest dealers, Andy Moore Buick GMC in Fishers.
Come in and celebrate Memorial Day at Ashley Home Store. Get instant savings of up to 20% off your entire purchase, plus 12 months interest-free, or pay no interest for 5 full years. Save store-wide, like this stylish sofa, just $3.99, or this queen panel bed for just $4.79. Plus, find your Tempur-Pedic mattress for as little as $18 per month, with no interest for 8 full years. Memorial Day savings going on now. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
On your marks, get set, say, The race to 500 is on at Penske Chevy, and we're racing to sell 500 vehicles in May. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, you'll save on every vehicle on our lot. Like the new 2017 Malibu for only $259 a month with 0 down. Or get up to $10,000 off the new 2017 Silverados. Don't miss this race to 500. Shop now and find new roads at PenskeChevyIndy.com.
We're on each morning at 4 a.m.
We know it's early.
Realer. They're honey glazed.
So we wanted to give you a boost. Hi, thanks for coming.
Thank you, really. There you go, partner.
For letting us share the morning with you.
Wake up and have your morning coffee with Scott and Lindy. Weekdays from 4 to 7 on Fox 59.
A medical miracle, 10 years in the making. Corwin Suits wasn't expected to survive a crash in rural Hancock County 10 years ago. But tonight, we get to show you a very special reunion with the care team who quite literally saved his life.
This is an incredible story. Fox 59's Haley Bull shows us the very unique way Suits is now saying thanks. Haley?
Hundreds of days in the hospital, dozens of surgeries, and an immeasurable amount of care. Corwin is so inspired, he's following in his care team's footsteps. Today, Corwin Suits is on the IU Health Methodist Hospital helipad, alive and well.
It's almost hard to believe it happened.
But 10 years ago, an IU Lifeline team landed him here as he barely hung on after a car wreck.
You basically came back from the dead, given how severely you were injured.
A head injury, chest injuries, liver injuries, broken bones, and his intestines torn apart.
When I saw Corey, my first thought was, well, gosh, he's never going to make it, but I'm not going to give up on him.
Now, Suits is reuniting with the folks who helped save him from this. The driver crashed into a tree on County Road 100 South in Hancock County a day before his senior prom. One person died, another lived, and Corwin severely injured.
It was a tough night.
Sugar Creek Township Fire Chief John Begovich burrowed through the pile of metal to get to Corwin, a close friend of his son's.
It seemed like it lasted forever, but it was minutes.
Minutes later, this IU Lifeline team loaded him up and got him to the hospital.
He's here today to prove that, there's people out there that can get you back to health.
I'd love to see him coming around. It's good.
Now, Corwin is celebrating 10 years since his brush with death with those who helped give him his future back. He's a dad to a 1.5-month-old daughter, and so inspired by the people who did everything to get him here, he's starting EMS training during a time of growing demand.
To give back. There's no greater calling than to help someone else.
And the help he got back then, something that's still here for him now, evident in the close bond these guys all share.
We're family.
No,
That's what it is. We're family.
And one of the Lifeline pilots even still carries the watch Corwin's family gave them. It says the strength it takes to give others a second chance. In the studio, Haley Bull, Fox 59 News.
Beautiful tribute, Haley. What an incredible story. Thank you. Kobe Bryant gives a special assist to some Ben Davis High School students. We're talking about a retweet from Bryant that actually helped a student win a bet with his teacher to get his class out of taking their final. William Pate made a deal for his U.S. government class. Bryant saw it and wrote, "Hope you have an A in this class." Well, the teacher didn't believe it at first.
I showed him and he didn't believe it, and then he looked at Kobe's page, seen it was the first thing on his Twitter. He's typing in stuff on Google, seen it on ESPN. He was amazed. He couldn't believe it.
Kobe Bryant comes through with a clutch shot. They almost got away with it because the school noticed. The school says all classes are required to have a final, so the teacher is developing a creative way to test his students. That's awesome.
That is cool. All right, Brian, what do you got going on tonight?
Well, we have got an improved weather picture for the weekend. We will have that shower and thunderstorm chance. We're looking at a beautiful evening across downtown Indianapolis. Here's the live look at Victory Field. Folks hanging around on a Friday night. The ball game is wrapped up, and you guessed it, fireworks tonight. That's just moments away. We were able to keep the rain showers and thunderstorms pretty much out of the picture this evening as promised. The last of the last few raindrops are out in eastern Indiana. Rest of the night will be quiet. There is a front in the area, and that's causing some big temperature spreads that range from the 50s right now in Pendleton to near 70 degrees in Greenwood. Numbers around Indianapolis range from 67 at the airport to only 61 at the studios of Fox 59. Geist is down to 60, 58 in Pendleton, while it's still still 71 in Bloomington. These fronts can be a pain in the neck, but they're hanging around tonight, and they will be the focus mechanism for new showers and thunderstorms this weekend. There are the clouds breaking for sunshine, then here come the storms rumbling into Monroe County. These skies begin to darken on the left-hand side of the screen. This thunderstorm would produce 1-inch diameter hail, blinding downpour right over Lake Monroe at 2:28 p.m. That's our vantage point from the Four Winds Lakeside Inn. This was the most humid day we've had so far this year. And when the humidity levels, the dew point, goes as high as it did today, thunderstorms in this environment produce incredible amounts of rain. Those rains have moved on. The weather is dry now, and we're looking for some fog to settle in, but the rainfall numbers were quite impressive. Our dry stretches ended. Although we kept the 80-degree streak alive, we reached 81 late in the day. We had over a half-inch of rain in Indianapolis. The bigger totals were downstate. Salem, Indiana, as much as 5 to 7 inches of rain came down in parts of Washington County. They are underwater downstate. Well, for us, the early morning chances for showers and thunderstorms begin to return right around daybreak, but these are going to be widely scattered, moving northeastbound, so the picture is certainly improving for the Geist Half Marathon tomorrow morning. We can't take the rain out altogether, but it looks like abundant moisture will be on its way northbound. It will be quite humid, and the spotty shower or thunderstorms have been trimmed back to widely scattered. The chances are out there, but I think much of the morning hours we will probably be able to dodge thunderstorms, and then much of the afternoon we're going to have dry time. Temperature today reached 84 in Bloomington, 81 in Indianapolis, only 65 in Peru. It's cool to 55 right now in Muncie. Everyone will warm up again tomorrow in advance of the next storm system. So some rain chances, very slim by daybreak. Fog will be a problem early tomorrow morning. Visibility will be cut at times, but the thunderstorm threat tomorrow is not going to allow you to not to get out and do things tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have a big gap of dry weather. Northwest wind at 7, the temperature 67 degrees. As we expand the view, the fronts off to our south, the shower and thunderstorm clusters will be moving in. The chances for thunderstorms will rise again tomorrow evening. So there is a threat that a few strong to severe storms could occur should these storms get going. We're bracketing the hours between 8 and 11 p.m. Put the maps in motion. Plan your day. Chance for a shower passing around daybreak, but very, very widely scattered. By lunchtime, chance for a thunderstorm around noon, but that moves off to the northeast, and look at all the dry time through 5, 6 p.m. 7, 8 o'clock, we start to see new showers and thunderstorms developing. Those could be the strongest of the days. So we'll look for that rain chance overnight, a very small one by daybreak. Many dry hours on Saturday, good for the track Saturday and Sunday because the rains will be moving out early Sunday. We're going to get plenty of time out at the IMS this weekend. An isolated shower still lingers tonight. It'll be hazy and foggy with a low of 65. For tomorrow, our temperature returns to the lower 80s. Morning shower, better chance for a late evening or nighttime thunderstorm. Rains move out early Sunday. The temperatures cool down, but we'll have plenty of dry time Saturday and Sunday. Cooler pattern next week includes highs only in the 50s by Wednesday.
Wow. Okay, Brian, thank you. Ads are targeting you on Facebook, but some of them are total scams. What you need to watch out for on your Facebook feed.
And on to the next tonight on Newspoint, a mother turns to Facebook with an unusual request, a 3D printed hand for her daughter. Tonight we'll hear from the IU professor who answered the call. Plus, a new report focusing on the negative effects of social media and how that could impact our young people. We're going to break down the worst offenders tonight on Newspoint.
At Ray Skillman Shadeland Kia, Summers on Us is back.
Like a new Kia Forte, $175 a month. A new Kia Sorento, $275 a month.
With 0% interest, 0 down payments, and 0 payments for 5 months, your Summers on Us. Ray Skillman Shadeland Kia.
What's the best at Holiday World and Splash and Safari? What is it? With so many top-ranked rides and slides, your family may just have the best day ever. Like, ever. And if you check out our Pick Your Price calendar, you can find the days that work best with your budget. Only at HolidayWorld.com.
The Toyota Time Sales Event is the perfect time to get the Toyota you've been waiting for. Come in now and you can get low APR financing on the fun-to-drive Corolla, sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, and more. During the Toyota Time Sales Event, lease a new Corolla for $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. It all ends May 31st, so hurry in before they're gone. Toyota, let's go places.
Drexel Interiors is the best choice for a new kitchen and bath. And during the Gold Tag event, save up to 75% off MSRP on Timberlake cabinets. Come in and see for yourself how affordable quality can be. Plus, our qualified design professionals can help you create a look as unique as you are. There's no better time than now to start your remodel. So hurry in today. The Gold Tag event with up to 75% off MSRP is for a limited time. Come see why we say Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go.
It's May, and it's time to race into Andy Moore to find your new vehicle. With more than 500 vehicles in stock on our giant lot, you'll find your new car, truck, or SUV at Andy Moore.
Choose a new Chevy Malibu, a new Chevy Equinox, or a new Chevy Silverado. Your choice, only $99 a month. Or get 0% for 72 months on remaining 2016 models.
These deals are going fast, so race in today for your new Chevy.
You'll find your new Chevy in stock on our lot at Andy Moore Chevrolet.
Haverty's Furniture helps your home look perfect, even when life isn't. And now with our Memorial Day sale, get free delivery. Save big on our most popular living room, dining room, and bedroom sets. Plus, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. The Memorial Day sale at Haverty's. Life looks good.
Thanks for making Fox 59 News at 10 the #1 late local news.
What if you had no car payments for the summer? Would you go to more concerts? Maybe book a summer getaway. Well, at Ray Skillman Kia, you can. Get 0% interest and 0 payments for 5 months. Go south and save today, and your summer's on us. Ray Skillman, Southside Kia.
A new report on President Trump's meeting with Russian officials at the White House is creating more questions tonight. The New York Times reports today that the president told the Russians that newly fired FBI Director James Comey was a, quote, nut job, and that Trump faced great pressure because of the Russia investigation that's now taken off after Comey's firing. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer says Comey's grandstanding and politicizing of the investigation into Russia's actions created pressure on the negotiations with Russia. In a statement tonight from Spicer. Meantime, Comey says he is ready to testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee. The testimony will be in an open session sometime after Memorial Day. The former FBI director will testify about his role in the investigation into Russian interference of last year's election. President Trump will soon be arriving in Saudi Arabia for his first international trip as president. The president has a packed schedule over the next week and a half. Sunday, the president will deliver a speech on Islam. The White House says this speech will be strong and respectful, according to the administration. The president will then head to Israel, visit the Pope at the Vatican, and meet with NATO allies in Brussels.
Well, you may have seen those ads for cheap, trendy clothes on Facebook or maybe even Instagram. Well, tonight, the Central Indiana Business Bureau says be very careful before you shop. A recent notice flags 2 businesses in particular, Rose Gal and Dress Lily. Both of their BBB profiles show complaints about orders not being fulfilled, extensive delays, and poor quality clothing. To make sure you aren't getting scammed, you want to check the URL of the website to make sure it says HTTPS instead of HTTP without the S. Also, do your research about the company, always. Okay, stay close. Brian will be right back with one more look at your weekend weather authority forecast.
Ready to win some summer fun? It's Fox 59 Morning News Great Getaways Week. Monday, how about a $225 vacation to Northwest Indiana that includes a gift card, wine tasting for 2 and more? You gotta watch to win. Monday on Fox 59 Morning News.
This weekend at American Freight, 2 mattress sets any size from only $298 complete. Get a twin and a full and a queen. Get a queen and a king, 2 kings, 2 queens, 2 mattress sets any size from only $298 complete. Famous names like Simmons, Stewart, and Hamilton. Free layaway, same-day delivery. This weekend only. At American Freight, now 5 area locations. North at 8920 Corporation Drive, south at 5750 Kopetsky Drive, west at 5615 West 38th Street. Also in Lafayette and Muncie.
Hey!
Introducing Fuel Perks Plus from Market District and GetGo, where you can earn free gas or free groceries when you shop an amazing variety of fresh produce, an extraordinary selection of meat and seafood, and endless amounts of house-made bakery specialties. It all goes toward earning free groceries or free gas. You even earn with Curbside Express Grocery Pickup. Fuel Perks Plus. Scan and earn your way to free.
People are talking about the new Buick. With 4 fresh new models to choose from. And what are they saying?
Your new Buick is so cute.
Love the new Buick. That's a Buick?
Sweet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Current Buick or GMC lessees. Get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Encore for around $199 per month. See your Central Indiana Buick dealer.
Ever since we first opened our doors, we've been committed to developing relationships with the very best local farmers. Because we thought that would be a sensible way to offer our customers the best, freshest produce at the lowest possible prices. Now, 80 years later, this whole locally grown thing has gotten pretty fashionable. Whoever thought common sense would be so cool, hip, and trendy? Come see for yourself.
We're the McCord family, and welcome to our show. That's our show. Now go enjoy yours.
Break through your allergies. Try new Flonase Sensimist allergy relief instead of allergy pills. It delivers a gentle mist experience to help block 6 key inflammatory substances. Most allergy pills only block 1. New Flonase Sensimist changes everything.
Cancer can be relentless, but at Community Health Network, we've drawn a line in the sand. All 5 of our hospitals are now affiliated with MD Anderson Cancer Network, a program of MD Anderson Cancer Center. That means at each of these locations, you now have access to some of the world's most advanced treatment plans using MD Anderson protocols. Finally, we've got cancer surrounded. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Thanks for making us #1.
There's that chance for a thunderstorm on Saturday and even early on Sunday, but the rain chances will be there, but there'll be more dry hours mixed in. 82 Saturday, cooler on Sunday.
Thanks, Brian.